Hey, speaking of, we didn't talk about it.
Yeah, I won Master Baker.
Congrats to our
You won the
Master
entire
Baker.
thing?
Swap the
I
crowd
didn't
while
know
he
it either.
speaks his
I didn't know
truth.
either.
I unfortunate that you guys aren't true dyed-in-the-wool slime Baker fans.
Well, everyone kept saying like, it's like people kept bringing up the competition and saying like, you see who won? And everyone's like, do you want me to spoil it? It was like it was a TV show. And no one would spoil it. So I never got spoiled because I didn't see it.
Everyone was hype on it. Like, I was reading the comments and shit. Also, like, I think over half of the people that came up to me at Genesis were congratulating me on that win. So I definitely had a pretty hot week, and then it all tumbled down on Sunday by being next to Atrioc.
That's tough.
What is the number one thing you learned about baking?
Oh, God. I literally am seeing red thinking about Atrioc right now.
Okay, well, let me give some context. You cooled down. Master Baker was like a 5-man, 6-man baking competition. Every day someone gets eliminated. And Slime persisted, partially through fan vote. That saved him around.
Yeah.
And then through his own baking skills.
Could you always be saved by fan vote?
Not in the final 3.
Yeah.
But you could early on, and the fan votes were like a little bit wonky, and sometimes like they would save someone who had no risk of being eliminated. So like they saved Caroline twice. I think there was no chance she would have been eliminated.
That was insane that they saved Caroline. We were all puzzled about that, but yeah, it was fun. So yeah, every day someone got eliminated, and then I made it all the way to actually, as fun as it was, it destroyed my week. Because I was like, I surely won't make it to the end. I'll have time to like do stuff before Genesis and stuff. I was literally driving to work in a kitchen for a whole week, and then I would come home exhausted, and then I would just like lay on the floor
like
and be
it's
like,
2009.
yeah,
Like,
It wasn't 9 to 5.
yeah, it was crazy.
yeah,
Like
you
you're
had to
the
get there
lead
early?
and the bear, just keeping your family's kitchen together.
I was doing that a lot. I was cutting a fruit, like all cool looking, and had my tattoos out because I wanted to be that guy. So I made sure when I was on camera, I was doing that sometimes.
We should. Did we show your apron that you wore?
I don't think we showed it. If you
Zipper,
want,
can you find the apron? I think it's pretty funny.
there's like clips. Yeah, no, I think
Which
it's on
one?
my Twitter. I had 2 aprons, but yeah, a couple people guessed the apron that I was going to use in the comments of the yard up
Oh,
that I
really?
talked about it. Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 people guessed
Wow.
it, which is great. But then I had a secret one up my sleeve. That
Is that the micro penis one?
well, yeah.
Yeah,
We're
so
gonna show
the-
it.
the
I
one-
don't know.
a little bit.
We're
The
a
one
fucking
people
podcast.
guessed-
I don't know.
The one people guessed was an apron that said Bush at 9/11, which they probably guessed because of Streamer Awards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then you did the Atrioc has a micro penis, to which he rebutted because he was the judge on the final day. With
He got his shirts on pretty fast.
what does his shirt say?
It's on my Twitter, Zipper, if you want to find it. So this is my Atrioc as a micro penis apron that I wore on the first day, and then brought it back for the 6th day. And then he wore a shirt that said, "No matter what I pretend to say, I will be failing slime out of this contest." And yet it wasn't enough.
Yeah, you know what? One of those aprons was a lie.
That's right. One of those worded T-shirts was a lie. Also, my voice is fried, bro. I was screaming so much.
What do you scream for? Top 8?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
the top 8. Yeah, I was getting in
You're
there.
talking like an oil baron.
Yeah, I'm watching Deadwood. It's a show about cowboys and cocksuckers. And I fucking have
Yeah,
adopted.
he found a show where they talk like he does, and he's really into that. Like he's like, hey,
I don't talk like
he's like,
that.
hey, check this out. And he shows me like a 1-minute scene where they're like
Oh.
trying to get some strange.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, you just like that they talk like you.
So in this show, I remember it was on like 20 years ago. I was like too young to watch it, but it's an HBO show about like the West, and there's literally a scene in the same 2 lines of dialogue. They say "turned out," which means to make somebody into a working girl, like Eamon is, and also "strange" in the same context that I used it.
Is that where you got it from?
No, I just knew it was what you said sometimes.
They
Yeah.
bit your shit.
Sometimes
bit
you're
my
looking.
shit.
Sometimes you're looking for strange
That's
Don't
what I'm
say
saying.
it like you
That's
are.
my guy.
You're not.
That's
I'm
my
out
go.
here.
You're out here looking for strange
on the streets.
You're out here getting turned out on the streets.
Looking for strange.
I
Yeah,
guess you are
it
looking
goes
for-
both
You
ways.
can't be wearing an Apple Watch and looking for strange. You can only be one of those guys. So you picked.
You're giving out strange looking for cash.
No, it helps you find the strange.
I
now.
mean, have you ever fucked for food? You ever fucked for a loaf of bread?
You ever had sleep for dinner, Aiden?
yeah, yeah.
He says, yeah. He's all sweaty and tired, and he just has a loaf of bread under his arm, walking back to his tent.
Yeah, I was
big
out
loaf.
fucking for
was a
dinner. It's
big
actually a
loaf.
really nice time.